Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. This is your daily tarot reading for the 2nd of July already, 2024. We'll be using Jen Sankey's deck, the Stardust Wanderer Tarot, for today's daily tarot reading. So let's go ahead and see how your day's going to go. Alright, my lovelies, I have all your cards out on the table. We had 10 major arcanas on the table. We also have 3 synchronicities for you. We have 444, 666, as well as 999. So you may be seeing any combination of those numbers throughout the day. Alright, the best part of your day, we start off with the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Wands. The Page of Wands. Death. The 2 of Swords. The 4 of Cups in the reverse. The 6 of Swords in the reverse. Temperance. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, look at you go. If anything's not giving enough or is unbalanced in any sort of way, you're very much into exploring and discovering new ways to change that, to get new choices. And the thing of it is that you may not be doing this in, how do I want to put it, a very logical based mindset. Why? Because you're actually seeing the most headway to create new endeavors, new pathways, to actually foster the most change. It is actually by using your intuition. This is what you're being led by. Your intuition, your heart, your imagination. So it's not your logical mind that is really propping you up for the day. It's the other side of you. So feminine energy, not masculine energy. Now that doesn't mean that you're not physically doing something. It's just that's not at the forefront. The logical mind of, okay, this is how you do step A, step B, step C, step D, and you're physically doing all those things. That's not how you're operating. You're guided more by feminine energy, your heart, your intuition. And therefore, your imaginative side, not your logical side. So it's a little bit of a switch from left brain to right brain for the day. Now, the worst part of your day, we start off with the Queen of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Swords in the reverse, the 4 of Wands in the reverse, and the 4 of Swords. You may be a little attached to the logical mind, and it may be slightly chaotic and confusion to do that. And it might have you going round and around on things that really aren't going to help you too much. So when it comes to acting and making decisions, that's going to be a little slowed. It's kind of like having a weighted blanket on you and you trying to get up. It's a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more strenuous. So when we're using the logical mind, it's not going to be as easy. But best part of our day, of course, we've got high feminine energy going on. So there is something else we can rely on. It's just a lot of us don't operate that way. But this is a day where you can try to connect to that energy. It is there. You can get a lot of things done. You can create a lot of new things. You can connect to a lot of things. But if we're operating from a logical mind, we are not going to move as quickly or as fast. Things are not going to fall into sync as easy. Why? Because overall, that's not the energy we're being asked to ground ourselves in. Okay, so connecting in a different way. And we've got a lot of cards here for our obstacle, or how to get over our obstacle, so bear with me. We have the Tower in the reverse, the Moon in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse, Lovers in the reverse, the Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Swords, Judgment, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Cups, Strength in the reverse, and last but not least, we actually end on the Sun card, which, we have the sunrise, sunset tapestry on the table. I thought that was kind of funny as the card came out as the last one. Cheap little amusement from my ancestors was they were giving me the card. The sun rises and sun sets with your happiness. Okay. And I mentioned you're going to be operating a little bit different, or at least you're called to. So, things having changed, been revealed to you, knowing what literally is not working as a way, because you're feeling unstable. Disconnecting from that energy, in other words, maybe not trying to force the masculine energy quite so much, will make you feel better. It really will. It'll bring more things into balance and help you make choices without over taxing you. Why? Because it's part of what's causing you conflict. That's what we're really being shown to pay attention to. So, for those of you that kind of ignore the feminine energy, your creativity, your dreams, your heart space, this is kind of a shake-up moment, just a slight one for you guys. That way you can realize that sometimes being able to build something stably through a logical mind doesn't work. I mean, some things are not all logic. And when energy is confusing and a logical mind can't sort it, that's not going to help you see it through. And with this kind of the weighted blanket, the foggy, clouded confusion that the logical mind might be dealing with, it's not going to give you what you want by continuing to use that. It's like trying to take something that you can't physically see and you can't quantify with your logical mind, but your gut tells you the answer. Your gut, your instincts, your intuition, that's feminine energy. If we keep using our logical mind, it has the ability to rob us of our joy, to steal our joy. And a really simple explanation for that is being an adult and looking at something and going, why would I do that? Kids do that. That's stupid. But yet, as a kid, that's something that you did that brought you unabashful joy. And now your logical mind goes, oh, that's really silly. But when you were a kid, you were using that feminine energy. You were engaging your creative mind. You were using your imagination. You were dreaming of things. And as we got older, of course, we disconnect from that energy. We disconnect from that functionality. Why? Because that's how society is. They want us as worker bees, just bright enough to know what we're doing, but other than that, they just want obedience. They don't want you attached to being able to think and dream and execute things. And today's, like I said, a little bit of a wake-up call, coming back to that energy of, okay, how do we self-entertain? How do we problem solve without using our logical mind? How do we sit there and we play with something and we explore, we discover what our powers, what our abilities are, and our influence and control on a thing. I'm being reminded of a card from the Lantern Oracle. It's called Wisdom in Play. And yes, there is things to learn, things to know, knowledge to unleash, gain, discover, when we play, when we get creative, when we use our intuition, when we follow our gut, when we explore with the mind like a child. And that's kind of what we're coming back to. Having a mind like a child, not a mind like an adult. Because a child uses their gut and intuition. They use higher feminine energy, not masculine energy. All right, and I did add up all your cards, by the way. Everything here adds up to 205, which also reduces to 7, which is the mind and creativity. And that's the crux of this whole thing. We are using our mind in an imaginative sort of way, yes. Creative, yes. Intuitive, yes. Even our heart space, yes. Feminine energy, but at the same time, our mind can be very logical and weighed down, stuck in masculine energy solely, and very confused to where judgment and seeing things through at a normal pace is interrupted. So that's a very prudent numerology for the day. And I remember we have a lot of placements astrologically going on because, yes, Neptune goes in retrograde. So, yeah, that's the placement that brings all the fog energy. So stay grounded. Try not to get confused or lost in, like I said, your mental landscape. Let's put it that way. So, yes, with this placement, honing your intuition, using your imagination, also working through karma, it is a thing. Mercury in Cancer also trines Neptune in Pisces, so here's where our imagination takes off. It literally soars. You can focus on any creative project, ventures, kind of as a result of that. So quite enjoy using your imagination because it's there. Venus in Cancer also trines Saturn in Pisces. You can make progress with goals. make things easier for you to do. You can feel ambitious and driven, but also disciplined as well. And we have Mercury entering Leo. So ideas flow rather quickly. So if you have ideas, they're just there, they're gone, make sure you write them down. I would recommend keeping, paper and pen with you, because sometimes that comes really quickly with this placement. And you can very much keep yourself busy with multitudes of projects. All right. I told you there was a lot of astrology for today. So hopefully you guys will sort this out and be okay. And, if this reading resonates for you, give me a thumbs up. And if it doesn't, it's okay. It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.